Hello to all my wonderful constituents out there in Maryland's beautiful 8th Congressional District. It's Congressman Jamie Raskin coming to you from the Rayburn House Office Building on this Friday, June the 2nd, with two magnificent local heroes straight out of the heart of Montgomery County, Cathy Fink and Marcy Marxer, who are Grammy Award and Whammy Award winning musicians who have shared their jazz, bluegrass, country, contemporary, and blended, innovative musical stylings with audiences for more than 3 decades. They've performed with Pete Seeger, Tom Paxton, Riders in the Sky, countless other great artists. They played at bluegrass festivals and folk rock festivals all over America. They've taught at lots of music camps, and they are widely beloved among the children and grandchildren and grandparents of Silver Spring and Tacoma Park and Bethesda and Chevy Chase and Rockville and Kensington and Glen Echo and Cabin John and Rockville and you name it, all over the 8th District. Now, when Marcy was diagnosed with cancer, I think this was 5 or 6 years ago, she and Cathy decided to turn the experience into a musical movie comedy called All Wigged Out. And Marcy compares her cancer journey to being dragged through a car wash while playing the musical Washboard. Her song and her performance chronicle everyone's unsolicited advice and shows off her very own personal chemo bag. And I had one of those myself. So they are life partners who are going strong after over 40 years of being together. They live in Silver Spring, Maryland, and we share them part-time with Lansing, North Carolina, which has a cool music scene too. Cathy and Marcy, thank you for bringing joy and delight to audiences throughout the 8th District, throughout Maryland, throughout the Mid-Atlantic, and all over America. You are our local heroes.
Thank you so much. We are so happy to meet you on this day and so proud of the work that you've done.
We're in the company of royalty as far as I'm concerned, and I just want to thank you for the amazing social justice, move it forward work that you do.
Well, I accept your kindness and your solidarity. Of course, our politics are all about overthrowing royalty of all types and promoting democracy wherever we can find it. But look, let's start with the movie, because I know people are really interested in, first of all, where can we see the movie? And are you guys singing in the movie? And is it just the two of you, or are there other people in it?
We're singing in the movie, and we have a backup band of 2 women, and you can see it in a couple places. Cathy, go ahead.
You can see it on Hoopla Digital, which if you have a library card, it's free on Hoopla. You can see it on Broadway On Demand. You can see it on Google Play. You can see it in demand on your cable TV network. You can go to cathymarcy.com, cathymarcy.com/allwiggedout, see the trailer and any place else that it's streaming, or purchase a DVD.
By the way, does All Wigged Out refer to a wig? Did you lose your hair, Marcy? And did it come back? And how long did it take to come back? That's what I'm waiting to know. And did you lose your eyebrows and your eyelashes too, going through chemotherapy?
I did. Losing your hair is an interesting way to say it, because of course you do. But what I did was I had my hair cut really short, and they put it on a headband so I could wear it with a hat. But eyebrows and eyelashes, I think once I was finished with radiation, my hair started coming back after the heavier chemo. And I have a little bit of eyebrows and eyelashes that you can't really see, but I know they're there, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah, and this is real.
Yeah, after my hair started growing back, it took about a year to get to be a head of hair. And I'll never complain about my hair again.
And Congressman Raskin, here's a little tip for you. On the DVD, there's a couple of extras, reels that you get on DVDs, and one of them is about the onion juice remedy for hair growth.
Oh, wait, what kind of remedy?
The onion juice remedy. I know you're going to want to try this.
Should we review
Well,
it?
please, I will definitely check that out and send me any secret recipes you have. I ain't too proud to beg, let me tell you.
It worked. It was
Well,
great.
so look, you have done so much work in our community for so long. And you've been professional musicians the whole time through, right? Or have you taken other jobs at the same time?
No, we've actually both been professional musicians for 50 years.
Wow.
We've been so warmly welcomed in the state of Maryland, in particular, Montgomery County. It's like we have family members all over the area.
Oh, it's fabulous. You know, the music community here is amazing. We do a lot of work at the Music Center at Strathmore. We run their ukulele festival, which is going into its 15th year this year, and it's a big, fun, week-long music camp. I work a lot in the Strathmore Artist in Residence program, but we work with a lot of different organizations doing all kinds of work. I'm going to give a shout out to the Institute of Musical Traditions. They're going to be presenting a new show that we have called From China to Appalachia, where Marcy and I join with Chinese classical hammer dulcimer player Chow Tien to merge musical cultures from around the world.
Wow. So are you finding that the traditional music scene, which actually I was talking to Nils Lofgren about, you know, he's in the E Street Band with Springsteen, and he grew up in Montgomery County and was living in Garrett Park. But do you think the kind of scene that you saw in like the 60s and 70s and 80s, that scene has recreated and reproduced itself today? Are there lots of younger musicians, making the scene in Montgomery County the way they did in the old days?
You know, I'm glad you mentioned Nils because he's fantastic. I was actually his mother's ukulele teacher.
Is that right?
Yes. And I think that much like Joan did, what she did when her kids got a certain age and they were interested in music, but they also had some things to work out, you know, she got them instruments and sent them to the basement. And that's such a great way to handle your emotions
So,
and bond with people.
to answer your question, I'm going to say the scene is very different. And I think part of what has given us 50 years of longevity in the music industry or music business, two words that I really dislike because I love music and the rest of that, nobody loves doing the business, you know, that's not, but it's a necessary part of it. And I think that even pre-internet, pre-cell phone, prehistoric, back, you know, when telephones were wired to the wall and we had answering machines that we had to call into, I feel like for us, the joy has come from our versatility of being able to work with any kind of audience, children, teachers, parents, grandparents, folk festivals, bluegrass festivals, a lot of teaching. We've run lots of music camps. And so for us, it's kind of like, okay, if right now people are less interested in such and such, they're still really interested in something else that we do. And it just kind of circulates around. And my advice to up and coming musicians is always, you know, see how many different ways you can apply your skills and you will never run out of work.
Well, let's see now. Marcy, you had cancer, you beat it.
Yes.
And just when the movie came out, I understand, Cathy, you were diagnosed with breast cancer.
That is true. We are
So,
living in the irony and the ecstasy.
well, I mean, it is a plague on the land, but I got to say, both of you guys just seem great and filled with so much exuberance and spirit. Are you hanging tough, and are your treatments going okay?
So far, so good. And of course, the prognosis is excellent. So yeah, it's just, you know, we learned a lot through Marcy's experience. And now, you know, now we know more. We know how to be better advocates. We know how to be better patients. And we also are doing a lot of outreach to people to help them out. Every day we get notes from people who just got diagnosed and have questions, or, you know, and I'm not opening the floodgates because it's not like a constant service, but we want to help people. You know, we've been
Yeah.
in the business of helping people in so many different ways for so many years. And that's
Well, your
important.
music has helped people, it's inspired people, and it's given so much joy to our population. And we want to congratulate you on the release of your movie musical comedy, All Wigged Out, which we will definitely check out. Thank you for the great music accompanying it. I've been able to listen to a couple songs in it, and it's just great. And keep up all the awesome work, and thank you for everything you do for us. And our hearts are with you. And please make it through this journey and come back and bring us back some beautiful songs. All right.
We're still playing. We're going to
Thank
keep
you.
on
Thank
playing.
you. You
And
know,
thank
those-
you again.
Our local heroes, Cathy Fink and Marcy Marxer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.